Welcome to episode 24 of Inclusion with Mansi. I'm your host, Mansi Chandorkar. Each week, we're going to discuss various areas of inclusion and how you can be an inclusion champion. Since April is Autism Awareness Month, we shall be in conversation with adults who are on the spectrum and hear them advocate for themselves. We aim to move beyond just awareness into acceptance and embracing differences. Let's welcome Aryan Avasthi to discuss his experiences with autism. Welcome, Aryan, to Inclusion with Mansi. Can you please introduce yourself to the listeners?
So hello everyone. My name is Aryan Avasthi, and actually I'm a second year undergraduate student in Pune University. I'm in second year, fourth semester, and actually I'm s- I'm studying Bachelor of Vocational in IT and ITES, Information Technology and Information Technology Enabled Services. So that's about me, and I'm 20 years old right now.
Wow, that's quite a bit. So, Aryan, you know that April is Autism Awareness Month, and that's why we are all here to have this conversation. So, before we go ahead, how do you identify yourself? Would you call yourself a person with autism or would you call yourself autistic?
I would like to call myself autistic.
Okay, thank you. So, I just so that I know what terminology to use when I speak to you, right?
Yeah.
So, Aryan, since April is Autism Awareness Month, can you tell us what autism means to you?
So, autism means to me, according to me, autism is a disability in which actually you have difficulty in learning. You take the time to learn things, and actually you have difficulty in focusing as well. You have problem in focusing, so that's what autism means to me exactly.
So, that's how autism affects you, right?
Right.
Aryan, from the time you got diagnosed till now, there have been a lot of different kinds of challenges, right? So,
Right.
beginning, there must have been some challenges which were tough for you, and then you learned how to overcome those difficulties. Can you tell us something about that?
So I overcome my difficulties. Like I started like as soon as I got like from first to seventh standard, I was in one particular school, and when after that when I came in eighth standard I changed my school. So the school is Orchid School.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Yes, that's where we both met. So actually over there when I met the counselor, like the counselor Anusre Menon she really helped me a lot to understand things in my behavior as well, and she made me understand this thing as well, that how to behave with people and how to use how to talk to people with emotions. So that is how it actually helped me out.
Yeah, so as soon as you got your diagnosis, it really helped to have a counselor with you who explained to you what it means and to understand what your challenges are and then to help you with skills to overcome those challenges, right?
Right.
So that was a very supporting experience for you.
Yes, that was a supporting experience for me. And if the point comes to my academics, then obviously, like you being a special educator, you helped me a lot in my academics. Like you helped me a lot in my studies, like to how to cope up with my studies and how to like understand things in a good way. So that's what helped me in my academics, where so you being a special educator, you helped me a lot with my studies, study mechanism and all. So yeah.
So we worked not only with how to study, but we also had a few concessions which the CBSE board granted, which you received in school, right? Can you tell us what those concessions were?
So my exemptions were actually I got a writer and a prompter as well, and actually a writer like I got a writer like in my ninth standard, that unit exams I got actually a writer, and rest of the time I got a prompter as well. So a prompter helped me to prompt all the time to understand, the suppose if I read a question, I don't understand the meaning of that question, so like that a prompter helped me to read that question and to help me in that phase as well. And actually, and he always, like, whenever I used to get distracted, whenever I used to get bored, the prompter always used to support me and help me to cope up with my paper. So that's how it helped me.
Yeah, so for all the listeners who don't know the difference between a scribe and a prompter, a scribe is someone who will write exactly what the child dictates in the exam, while a prompter doesn't do that. The child will write the exam on their own. Prompters there for emotional support and to guide so that there is less distractibility, there is less anxiousness, and there is support for the person with autism who's giving the exam, right? And this is something that CBSE does provide. And you thought that that was really helpful for you, right? Like even Ahan said that he had a prompter during his exams, and that was really helpful. So that worked for you as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, since we are on the topic of exams and school, Aryan, can you tell us something that you would like to tell teachers that when they have students who are on the spectrum or who are autistic in their classroom, what is it that they can do to make them feel more involved and included in their classroom?
So for the teachers, I would like to give them a message that please, if there is a person with autism and such kind of spectrum, so I would like to suggest the teacher to actually give them some time to a little bit time to think and learn as well. And they should take extra classes as well, and they should help them especially in studies, and they should make partners who can help the students as well in the studies, like that. Yeah.
In the classroom and the day to day whatever was happening in class, right? I think you've made a very important point that having a buddy who is from the class is extremely helpful in school. We've seen that work quite a bit, right? Where the student is just there to nudge you and say, chilo, chilo, take this book out or pay attention, focus, write your book right now. Or to say, did you do your homework? This is there to complete, finish this and come. So having someone like that really helps, and it also helps to rotate the buddy and not have the same person as the buddy, so that you get chance to interact with different all the different students in the classroom, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a good way to include the person with special needs in the classroom.
Yes, yes.
So, Aryan, can you tell me, is there something that you would like to tell parents who have just realized that their child is on the spectrum and has just received a diagnosis? What would you like to tell them?
So for the parents, I would like to actually give a message that actually there are, I have seen in most of the cases, like in normal children as well, like parents don't have time. They are busy in their work and stuff. So they actually have, like I would like to request to all those parents that please take out some time for your child, and take out some time for your son or daughter, whoever is suffering with the spectrum, and spend some time with them, talk to them, and be friendly with them, so that they feel that they are in a comfortable environment of studying, and take out time take out time for them, and then study with them, like learn the things and help them in studying. So do all that, and that is what actually I would like to give message to the parents as well.
That is something your parents have done for you, right?
Yes, yes, my parents.
Your parents have been extremely supportive for you, and they were there the whole time to help you with your academics and whatever it is that you needed in school, and they were always supportive there
Yes.
and there for you,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yes.
think that's where you're coming from, that that experience has worked for you, so it would try it out so it can work for the others as well.
Right. So if I talk about my parents, actually my parents have helped me and supported me a lot
Hmm.
in my academics, and all the everything behavior stuff and all. And because of them only, where I am today, I am because of them only, and I'm successful all because of them. If they were not there and if they had not helped me, I would have not reached such great heights. So I'm really pleased and I had to say this, and I'm really glad to have such kind of parents who always support me. So I'm really happy with them.
Yeah, and I'm very happy you have supportive parents like that, which is so awesome.
Yes.
So, yeah, and it's good to be grateful for what you have.
Yes. Yeah, I would like to say every child with autism actually should have such kind of parents who are supporting towards the children, so that the child feels that yeah, he's a part of the community and he has actually he has to cope up with the studies, and also that's what I would like to say.
Yeah, I think that's very good advice you're giving them.
Yeah, every parent should be supportive to their child.
Absolutely. Every parent should be supportive. So, while we are on the topic of giving advice, Aryan, what would you like to tell students that you know who have just found out that, okay, I am on the spectrum? What do I do with this diagnosis? What will help me accept my diagnosis? What helped you?
So the thing which helped me, if I talk about me myself, like when I got to know that I have autism spectrum, that time I actually my mom she consoled me a lot. So I actually have to like I would like to give this suggestion to others also, and I'm telling about myself as well. So I would like to say that actually you need to actually have patience, and you need to actually not panic, and you need to use your you don't need to use your hands to communicate. You need to use your mouth to
Hmm.
communicate everything, and you need to find somebody to so that there is somebody to help you and somebody to support you in the academics and in behavioral thing as well. Like you should go to the counselor, you should actually approach the counselor as well to help you with all this kind of stuff, so that you are able to cope up and you are able to get ahead in life.
Absolutely. So, what you're trying to say is that there's nothing to worry about. It's just something else that's there. Speak to your parents, speak to adults that you trust around you.
Hmm.
Rather than getting aggressive, try and share what you're feeling, even though that may be difficult for you right now.
Yes,
But if
yes.
you speak to the counselor, you speak to the special educator, they're there to support you, they're there with you to help you in this journey from here onwards. Right? So always seek out supportive adults around you. There's nothing wrong with going for remediation, there's nothing wrong with going for counseling because those are things that have really helped. So to go ahead and do more things like that, right? The things
Right,
that
right.
help you. So Aryan, we've spoken a lot about academics right now. I know you're doing something interesting which is apart from academics also. Would you like to share with the listeners about your YouTube channel?
Oh yes, yes, definitely. So that's the point. Actually, I actually play harmonium as well. I have started playing harmonium since 2018. It has been, I think, three. No, I think no. It has been 4 years now. I have started playing harmonium, and actually, I really enjoy playing it. I have my YouTube channel as well. You can give the link in the description below also.
I'll do that. I will attach a link to your YouTube channel in the description box. So please go and check out Aryan's YouTube channel.
Yes, yes. Please go and check out.
So Aryan, what kind of music do you play on the harmonium?
Actually, I play classical music, and actually some kind of like the Bollywood music sounds as well, like the Bollywood songs I play, and there are some Bollywood songs on my YouTube channel as well. You can go and check. The link is given in the description below. And actually I play a lot of classical rags and geets as well, so that also you can see, and I really enjoy playing it. And I would like to tell about my harmonium teacher, Mr. Suresh Partare sir. The harmonium teacher Suresh Partare sir, when the first time I met him in 2018, he's a really friendly person, he's a really wonderful person, and he teaches harmonium also very well. He treats his students like his best friends. So I would like to say about him that he's a wonderful person, and because of him only, I have if I have learned harmonium very well, and if I'm my YouTube channel is growing, and if I'm become a very good player, it's all because of him only. Without him, I wouldn't have done it. So really hats off to him, the harmonium teacher Suresh sir, and he really helped me a lot in my harmonium playing as well. And wherever I used to wherever I used to do not understand, wherever I make mistakes in harmonium. So he always used to, like, tell me. He always used to support me, and he always tells me, like, you have made a mistake here. This is how you have to do it correctly. And he has lots of patience. So that's all my story is related to harmonium, and I really enjoy playing it.
Awesome. So it really helps to have a patient teacher who understands what you need and to help you through that. And if you have a teacher like that, then you can learn anything.
That's true.
And your interest is harmoniums. And I've heard you play the harmonium, and I think it's really awesome. So I would request all the listeners to go check out your harmonium playing on your YouTube channel. That would be cool.
Yes, yes, that would be cool.
So, Aryan, before we end today's episode, would you like to share some story with the listeners of something that you faced that was tough for you and then how you overcame those challenges?
Yeah, so I have one story with me. Like, that story is related to my 11th and 12th school where I used to study. And over there, actually, one time my practical, it was not complete. My practical was not at all complete. So, like, the teacher got very angry, and she had punished me that time. And she actually made me, no, she didn't allow me to go for my lunch break. So actually that was actually the problem, where I when I faced, and I cried also a lot that time, but somehow I had patience in myself, and I thought that no, this is not fair. So I somehow completed my practical, and I didn't get to eat lunch that time, but it's fine. It's actually 3 years about it now. So I really think that that was the time when I faced difficulty, and and that was a tough time for me actually. And another story I have.
So, before you go to your other story, so what you're trying to say is that it would have been very helpful if your teachers in college were also aware about what is autism and what difficulties you face and what concessions the board actually gives you, because you are allowed extra time to complete your practicals and your papers, right?
Right, right,
So,
right.
if there was someone who would have spoken to them about it and explained it to them, then this situation could have been avoided.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And somewhere I think that you were so used to getting all this support that suddenly not having that support may have made it feel a little weird and different right now, na?
Yes, that's true actually. So coming to my another story, actually, one time, like, before I joined Orchid, there was a school which I joined, which I was studying from first standard till seventh standard, and in that school, one time, actually, I had a fight with somebody, and I actually misbehaved as well. So and so basically that time what happened, like, it was a sports day, period, sports day that time. So sports day, I wanted to actually support the people, and I wanted to support my house, and, like, those things, like, where are there. So actually over there, actually, I had so actually over there, actually, there was a coordinator, like, there was a teacher who punished me because of the fight happened with whichever happened in the bus, like, so like that, actually, I was punished, and I was actually standing in the sun for at least like 2 hours, like the half of the day, when the half of the day was over, 25 day percent was over, that time, like, when I had to stand in the sun, and, like, sun, for a while, and I got and the teacher also got very angry and started saying wrong things to me. And when I returned home, I was actually sick as well, I was ill as well. But yeah, so that is when we decided to change the school, and we I came to Orchid that time. So that is what I wanted to say actually.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I don't think any child should go through that kind of punishment. And especially not knowing what your difficulty is at that point in time must have made it tougher to realize why those big emotions that you're having, and not being able to appropriately express what you were trying to say and feel at that point of time,
Yes,
right?
that's true actually.
But since then you have learned how to express yourself a lot better and to handle your emotions a lot better, and work really well, because now your communication skills are really nice.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know how to make friends. I think faster than a lot of neurotypical people can make friends. You have made friends even in college, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think that is a plus point that you have.
Yeah. So I would like to say that actually, as soon as I kept on growing higher. Like I when I became 18, I started understanding how to communicate well and how to communicate better. Like just like how I mentioned before, like in Orchid School, like the counselor helped me to how to communicate well and good with people. So that's how when I learned how to communicate well and good and how to become a perfect person in communication and do a proper good like talking with as well. So that's when I learned. So I would really appreciate Orchid School for that.
Awesome. So thank you, Orchid School, and thank you, Anushridi, for supporting Aryan in his journey with autism.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, is there anything else that you would like to talk about before we end today's episode?
Yeah, I would like to give one advice to every colleges and junior colleges as well, HSC, CBSE, and every. So I would like to say that if there is if there is any special child in that is those kind of particular college, like suppose if there is a person with dyslexia or autism or anything, then actually I think there should be a counselor and a special educator in that college, so that the child with such kind of spectrums is feels comfortable and feels the way feels that you should that they are a part of this community and they can actually do better in their future and in their academics and behavior as well. So that's what advice I would like to give to the this thing actually to all the colleges
Colleges
and
as well.
colleges as well. Yes, so that's what advice I would like to give.
I think that's excellent advice, Aryan, because uh, the disabilities don't go away once you become an adult. They are with you lifelong.
Yeah, yeah.
And just the challenges become different and you learn from the old ones. The new problems come, you learn from the new ones also. But to have a counselor and a special educator support you through your academic life, I think is a very important aspect that you brought about. It just doesn't end in school. We need to continue that kind of support even in college.
Yes, yes.
Right? So it's not even about 11th, 12th, even for graduation, post graduation, if that kind of support is given, I think that would be super helpful to all the individuals who are neurodiverse.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Thank you so much, Aryan, for coming on Inclusion with Mansi.
Yes.
I would love to have you back to chat about something else on the podcast.
So yeah.
So, till then, take care and we'll be in touch.
Bye bye and thank you so much for this wonderful. For more information, keep listening to Inclusion with Mansi and all the platforms. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Inclusion with Mansi. If you have enjoyed today's episode, do share the podcast with your family and friends. I would love to hear your feedback. You can connect with me on my Facebook page or Instagram at Inclusion with Mansi. You may also email me at inclusionwithmansi@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, remember to share our similarities and celebrate our differences.